Hi, Pop Culture Pals. I'm back today with one very specific item I wanted to show you because I've never seen one of these and I thought it was kind of cool, so I want to share it with you. This is actually a program book from the 2017 Star Wars Celebration. So if you are a Star Wars fan, you may already know, but Disney basically sponsors a Star Wars celebration. And excuse me if I was wrong about that, but I think Disney runs these now. A convention, if you will, but kind of a higher end version. They run it every other year, maybe in different locations. This time it was in Orlando. I think they go back and forth between the coasts. And I probably completely misinformed you with everything I just said. The point is, Star Wars Celebration is a very limited amount of people get to go. So the items that come from there are quite limited. So t-shirts, whatever you get from Star Wars Celebration, I always have a really great time reselling them, getting them to new homes, people who couldn't get to the con. So this is the first time I've actually seen a program book, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, this is actually embossed. All of these characters, oh, there you go, now you can see it. See how they're actually embossed on the cover. It's really beautiful cover. That cover is a advertisement. Now, a lot of this is advertising, but it's still really cool. So it's a little tricky to show you because, again, it's hard to open. So this, I'm going to move you a little bit, was an advertisement for the Museum of Fine Arts in Florida, was doing a whole Star Wars costume display at the time, which is fantastic. Again, such a fan of sharing that kind of information. Excuse me while I mess with my camera. Hopefully that'll work better. And then we've got our welcome from Kathleen Kennedy, celebrating 40 years of Star Wars. Oh, where are we? Where were you in April 77? So this was a really nice article. Again, lots of beautiful photos. It's on a big glossy book talking about how they quickly, and not in certain cases, Star Wars, the original, came together. So it's just sort of a chronology with some super art going through here. And then look at this, a layout, 40 years, 40 posters, variety, I'm going to lift you up a little bit, of posters from different countries from the original, for the original movie. And they're beautiful. Some super poster art. And I don't know if I'm just showing my age, but I'm such a fan of the poster art of this era. It's just really beautiful. This is about cosplay is not consent. Okay. Zero tolerance policy for harassment. Interesting. They had to devote a full page to that. Taking Star Wars autograph collecting to the next level. Nice article about collecting autographs. And then, a lovely Carrie Fisher remembered, beautiful piece all about Carrie, who passed not long before this con. Some great pictures. Look at this photo. Super photos. Star Wars timeline. More Star Wars timeline. Again, because this is put on in conjunction with Lucasfilm, they have an archive of such amazing information to get to. So these are all the books, it looks like. Sequels, books, all different kinds of things. Star Wars Celebration archive. Looking back at Star Wars Rebels Season 2. So look at some of the programming, the animation art. Look how beautiful that picture is. Gorgeous art in their shows. Star Wars celebrating 40 years of Industrial Light and Magic. Celebrating 40 years of Star Wars comics. A great overview of the franchise in comic book form. Anniversaries of the past. Star Wars anniversary collectibles. This is where you really get into my wheelhouse. Things, seriously, look at this. American Tourister luggage themed for Star Wars. You can get a Wookiee. You can be C-3PO. And forgive me, I can't figure out what that last one is. Like, come on. That's Star Wars merch. Especially 30 years of Star Tours. Look at this art again. Over here, sorry, gonna go slow. Beautiful behind the scenes pieces. There's the Minnie Mouse and Mickey taking that first ride when Star Tours came out. Wonderful, wonderful photography. And then we get into the merch that was put out for the store exclusives for the celebration. Sort of chibi pins. I know it's not everybody's thing, but they're very nice. Quite a few chibi pin options. T-shirt option celebrating 40 years of Star Wars. Sorry, the pages are hard to turn. More t-shirts. Oh, Star Wars Force for Change. This is a little overview of the wonderful charity options, charity programs that they run. Be a force for change. Oh my gosh, look at this. I didn't look at this whole book before I started checking. The first Star Wars fan letter. Digging through the Lucasfilm archives, they found the first fan letters that were sent. It was written to Mark Hamill by then 24-year-old Des Moines resident Dennis Lynch. And you know what? That could have been me. I actually, if I haven't mentioned, I don't think I have lately, I went to one of the very first screenings of Star Wars. It was a contest, a radio giveaway, where I had to pick which of two bands had the Force. And I can't remember who I picked, but I picked the right one, and I got tickets to see Star Wars at a premiere preview showing in Philadelphia. I got the soundtrack album and a button, which I still have, and I got to be one of the first people to see the movie. It was amazing. I was blown away. It was an incredible experience. And then we just have a nice overview of all the guests from that were attending. Go a little quicker through this. Oh, and an overview of the Star Wars games. It really is. This particular one, because it was an anniversary, is just a huge love letter to all of the various merch and franchises and everything to have come out of Star Wars. Celebration in Orlando. This is more people at the celebration. We have, why do these look like Playboy Bunny, Star Wars Playboy bunnies? Am I misinterpreting that picture? Closing ceremonies. Oh, and we have to show this core diorama workshop crew. That would have been my husband's place to be. How to build your Star Wars dioramas. Tattoo artists. Look at this. Let me get you closer. Star Wars tattoos. Incredible, huh? And we're going to round out with celebration of the art show. These, again, beautiful works of art. The art show. Celebrating the art show. And then finally some merch. And we finish up with that. How amazing is that? If you're a Star Wars fan, this is not just a rare collectible because it's from Star Wars Celebration, but this particular issue being such a great love letter to everything that has been spawned from that first movie, that first thought, Lucas's first idea put down on film. It's all in here on gorgeous, glossy, large stock. What a wonderful collectible. I might hang on to it. I might sell it. If you're interested in it, check out our eBay store, Boris Basement, and see if I decided to hang on to it or send it on to another Star Wars fan.